Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. We're gonna do things a little bit differently this time. Let's get right into it. Good morning everybody. We are on our way to 2nd Street. Summer Fridays is having a pop-up and it's so insanely long. God damn, that line is insane. I just dropped off a bunch of clothes to 2nd Street because in order to buy new things you have to clear out some things from the closet. I am on my way to the Frankie shop because I am in need of a nice structured blazer. So let's go. A quick peek wouldn't hurt. Music follows me everywhere. Show you my OOTD. This is what I was talking about in my previous video. This little racer moto denim jacket from Bershka. These Bermuda shorts that I just showed you from the H&M haul, Dior saddle, and then the long boots. And these are from Zara. So perfect spring outfit. I just handed these and I think he nailed it because look at how cool these are. I know that my friend Gabby would love these because of the burgundy color. Wow, these are so sick. Hello, how are you? I like these shoulders, it's just super oversized. This is called the June. I was looking for something like this. Whose playlist is this? It's so good. Yeah. I love it, you guys. I think I spot my bestie. Ah! So excited! Ah, okay. I'm gonna. Hi guys, I've just gotten back home from a lovely brunch with my cousin. I didn't get to vlog much because we had ended up meeting like this girl that was sitting there and we had like a pretty cool conversation with her. I ended up just enjoying the time there, but I did want to show you what I got from the Merit pop-up, just two things. And the first thing that we have here is the Merit serum. Test check Cardi, is it good? This is their Instant Glow Serum, which I'm excited to use. We did try out their foundations. Well, let me correct that. We tried out their tinted moisturizers, which you guys know I'm very fond of because I don't like the weight of a foundation. Their packaging is so lovely and I can't wait to try this out. I know what it is because my cousin had opened hers already. Oh, what is it? What is it? That's a freaking classy mirror. It's actually really good. I love it. And when you open it, it says a limited edition compact mirror for when you're on your way. If you know, this girl is always on the run. So it's a beautiful compact mirror. I just want to show it to you guys. Just a really beautiful mirror. But yeah, that is what we did. I'm gonna go ahead and wash up. So I will see you guys later. We are on our way to dinner for date night.
Then works for NASA is crazy.
We just did a workout and we need our protein ASAP. Nice steak, some lamb chops. Yeah. I love good cutlery. I kind of feel like Action Bronson when he was like, I find art in everything. That's why I cry. See, there's art in the peppercorn sauce. There's art in the cutlery right here. That's beautiful. Baby, how good was the food?
Lamb chop.
That's all he has to say. Yeah, the lamb chop was so good. I think that's our car. Just had some dinner. It was so good. The lamb chops were absolutely delicious. And now we're off to the movies. We've been trying to watch Sinners and we finally have the time, so.
I can show you better than I can tell you.
Good morning, everybody. It is a really warm day in New York. I am here at Virgin Hotels. Really excited for this pool day. I just want to grab a coffee and just chill. And I realized maybe I should have worn something else before I came down here. Currently at my favorite spot in this city for the summertime, pool at Virgin Hotels. I mentioned it in vlog last summer, but it's a really calm place, and typically I have a book on me. I ran out of the house today because I'm working, so I don't have that, but I do have my journal, so maybe when I have a moment I'll sit down and get my thoughts together. But yeah, just gonna enjoy this warm weather. Feeling very grateful that I get to work from here today, so we're just gonna soak up the sun and enjoy the calmness. Just spent this 90-degree weather day attempting to be outdoorsy people, but after the first 2 blocks of walking around and being like, oh my god, it's a beautiful sunny day in New York, we started sweating, my feet got swollen, and we just needed to have a seat. I have just hopped out of a very much needed shower. It was quite a hot day today in New York. It's scorching 90 degrees, which I know in other places it could get even crazier, but it was just so humid and sticky. And I thought, okay, when I get home, I'm gonna go for my run because I missed it this morning, but I just couldn't. I was just way sticky. Very proud of myself for building this habit. I typically get my run out in the morning time, and on my ride home I was thinking about how proud I am of all the progress that I've made in terms of something that was like super challenging for me, like running. But you know, we always all still have so much work to do. So even right now I'm trying to be present and create a skincare routine, and I was like, you know what, why don't I just film my skincare routine and just share my habit. I have my skincare products laid out here. As I've just said, I don't have skincare routine. I just kind of take off my makeup. I feel like I've sweated most of it off, and when I went into the shower some of it came off, but you can see there's still mascara and things like that, so we're gonna get that off. The first thing that I have here is the Tatcha One Step Camellia Cleansing Oil. If I don't have this around, hi baby, oh my god, then I would just use any oil, like truly any oil. My grandmother used to actually put olive oil on her face, olive oil in her hair. You can use it as something that's gonna remove your makeup, or you can use it as a moisturizer, just straight up. The first habit I wanted to share with you is movement, right? With movement, don't overthink it, just do it. And for me, I really wanted to challenge myself. Like I was saying, running was never easy for me growing up, especially. It just simply wasn't. And so I wanted to see if I can be consistent with something like that. I woke up one day and I went for like, you see all of the makeup is coming off. I woke up one day and I was like, okay, let me just try 5 minutes. And then I did 10 minutes, and then I did 15. And finally I ended up at 20 minutes, and I was like, okay, I feel really good with this pace. I feel like this is something that will consistently keep me well. So I run 5 days a week for 20 minutes at a time. It's just something that I like to make sure that I do. It helps me feel really good about myself. It helps me, like I was saying with my diet, it's not very well balanced, but at the very least when I go for my run, I feel like I'm taking care of my body, aside from like my walking and my biking. But I also feel like I get a lot of clarity when I am running. I have had some of my best ideas in terms of like my music or lyrics or music video. I don't know what it is about running, whether it's because of the music that I'm listening to or the type of focus that you get, but one, you become mentally stronger because it builds mental mate, and then two, it just helps to clear your mind because it's like a solo practice. Second thing that I'm going to use here, since I have all my makeup all over my face, is the Moistful Collagen Etude. I'll go ahead and link everything below as well. I love this. I have really sensitive skin, and I just feel it's amazing. It has collagen. I'm not sure if that helps in any way. You can still see my wrinkles. That's okay though. I just take a small amount like that. The second habit that I wanted to mention is getting dressed with intention, like to start your day. And I did mention it in my Mother's Day video that I learned that from my mom. She would wake up in the morning, even to throw the garbage, she like puts on makeup. She just gets dressed and ready for the day. And I'm sure she learned it from one of our older neighbors who just would do that too. But when you prepare yourself and when you get ready in the morning and you create that time and you're not in a rush, it really does help set the tone for the day. That's the first part. And then the second part is, aside from having that solo moment, you are able to really put yourself together, which for me, I feel helps with your confidence. I feel like when you get dressed with intention, that happens to be the case. Don't forget your neck. Getting a little bit of acne here. I can't even lie to you, I go through phases. Honestly, that face wash really helps make your skin feel so soft. Like I said, I don't have an extensive beauty routine. I do have black sugar mask here, which leave on for 10-15 minutes. As you can see, I've only used this once. I am feeling quite clogged right now, so hopefully this will help with that. It smells so good. I'm just gonna leave it a couple minutes while I talk to you guys and then scrub it off. The third habit I wanted to mention is solo coffee dates, and that could be grabbing an iced coffee from a place and just walking around, getting your steps in, just having that moment of solitude without anybody really, or just sitting down at a cafe, which is what you guys see me do a lot. There's a reason why I frequent cafes. It is because I'm always busy, always on the phones, always talking to someone. Oh my god, lost my train of thought. Cuddy just came in here. Like I was saying, there's a reason why you guys always see me at coffee shops. It is because I like to kind of have that moment of solitude. I grew up with my cousins, and in a way I'm so lucky to have them because they were kind of like siblings to me. I consider them to be my siblings, and they only lived up the block from me, so it's really nice. I didn't have the experience completely of being an only child or being that lonely. However, I still was an only child who was raised by her grandma, so I had a lot of time alone. And I love being independent. As an adult, I'm still the same way. I like to have a lot of solo time. It helps me to think and regain clarity. So yes, sometimes it's amazing and it's great to just catch up with a friend and go on a coffee date and with your family and everything. But it's also really, really nice to just grab a coffee and just sit and people watch. And I get a lot of inspiration through that, you know, for my outfits or just in general. I just love New York City is a great city for people watching, but I just love doing that. Habit helps me personally, especially in the mornings, because it just gives you, on a day off like today, it just gives you some peace, and it really helps to set the tone for the remainder of the day. It just helps you to be calm, and once you start your day calm and well, you are able to handle you know, like the rest of your day in a much easier manner. See, I'm scrubbing it off. It feels so good. It almost feels like it's getting all the gunk. When I was younger, my mom used to have the St. Ives apricot scrubs, which I heard are actually so bad for you. I don't know why, but I feel like this is a better alternative. That's just my opinion though. I'm not an expert, but again, I will go ahead and link it below so you can try it for yourself and let me know your thoughts. Pro tip I have about washing your face is to wash up so that it doesn't droop. So for example, instead of going like that, I just go like so once I'm clearing it off. The fourth habit I wanted to mention is using a planner, or taking, you know, just like 2 minutes out of your morning to plan. And whenever someone gives you any type of notification, whether it be, can we meet for dinner on this date, blah, 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 or mom has an appointment here, or when you get an email, it's like your Amazon subscription is gonna end on this date. Everything like that, I like to have written down in my agenda. I just feel it helps clear my mind, because when you have too many things going on in here and you can't organize them, you're bound to either one, forget about them, which you could forget about something that's really, really important. And two, it ends up cluttering your mind, so you can't focus as well. I use mine religiously. I write down things like content due dates or a studio session, something as straightforward as that, but then also something not so straightforward, but I kind of give myself deadlines with it. So it's like get get my eyeglasses by this date, just because I know, like, for example, last week or a few weeks ago I replaced my glasses, but it's like, hey, it's time to probably get some new ones, and it's something that could just sit on the back of your mind. But I was like, all right, let me give myself an initial date for when it needs to be completed, and or even for like laundry or something like that. And it's funny because I did learn this when I was working at Montclair. I used to have so many clients that I would have to follow up with, and I would always write little calendar notes because I would clock into work the next day and be like, oh my God, what do I have to do today? So I started out with like a little list, and then eventually it turned into an agenda. There's a really, really good quote that goes, if you give yourself 2 days to clean your room, it will take you 2 days. If you give yourself 2 hours to clean your room, it would take you 2 hours, or something along those lines. But essentially, yes, all tasks can't be completed in a very fast manner, but you can give yourself deadlines or structure so that you can get these things done. And I feel the best way to kind of deal with that is also in the morning, sit and give yourself 5 minutes to plan like your day. I start my work day at 10 o'clock this day. I know the store opens up at 9 a.m. I have like a 30-minute window to drop off like my clothes, and that's like a task and errand that I can run. The next thing that I'm using here is the Tier Milk Skin Toner. Rashid's sister got this for me. If I'm gonna be very honest, sometimes when I'm lazy, I just use the cleansing oil and then I use the toner, and that's it, which is not a good thing to admit, but it's the truth. But right now, we're just gonna tone this face and neck. I go in my ears, I don't know about you. And I do a little bit of vitamin C. This one is from Torden. I went to a pop-up with Ines. Ines and I get to go to a lot of pop-ups. She's like the queen of finding best free stuff around. Which, speaking of, this is the Merit Great Skin Serum, which is an instant glow serum. Why not? I'll go ahead and use that. I just got that at that pop-up recently that I've just shown you guys. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's more like a spray. All right, I don't think I needed that for anything. Final habit I had wanted to mention is phone usage. Now, I can't say that I'm really, really good in the morning time at not touching my phone. And however, what I will say is at nighttime, which helps for the morning, I completely put my phone on do not disturb. I put it on actually sleep mode, so I'm not gonna get any messages, and my friends know and my family know that unless it's an emergency, they're not gonna hear back from me. I don't check it, I don't sit on it, and I feel that that really sets you up for success in the next morning because you can just relax and get really good sleep. And once you have that, you can complete whatever you have on your plate for the next morning. You don't want to be like a mess. Using the Torden Collagen Moisturizer, which you guys have seen me use before. Rashid got this for my birthday when I started talking about wrinkles, and it's so funny because I was going to make a video today that was like, why would you get Botox when you could get bangs? I did want to mention, aside from all of these habits, that I read a book by James Clear called Atomic Habits, which I'm sure you know about. Amazing. Now you have found a really, I would say, pot of gold. I will link it below. There are a few ways that he teaches how to build or break habits, and I'll just touch on a couple of them. The first one is to make a habit easier. So for example, if you want to get fit, right, and you don't know where to start, the best way is to, before you go to the gym, before anything, the night before, lay out your clothes, because having to get up and get ready for the day, it's already putting like an obstacle in the way. So he says, have whatever tools you need in front of you so that you're not looking for it. If the gym is too far, find a closer gym, or find a way that you can do this workout without having to go somewhere. Make it so that the practice that you want to do or the habit that you want is easy. And then the same goes for habits that you want to break. So if you want to break smoking, or for myself, if I want to quit eating sugary foods, make it so that the habit is unattractive and less accessible, that there's more obstacles to get to it. With my sugary foods, I don't bring it into the house. If I'm going to have it, it's going to be outside. But even when I'm outside, if I'm overdoing it, because I think that that's when it becomes an issue, I start to think about what the effects of overdoing sweets does. And sometimes I fall into it and I do overdo it. It's only human. So you make it as unattractive and inaccessible as you can. And then finally, some of us need to learn the hard way. I would say that that is true for myself. By the way, I am using this Magic Grow castor oil. I don't use it often, but I'm gonna put it on my brows just because I scrub the hell out of my brows and I feel like they need a little bit of loving. But he basically says the higher the punishment, greater the outcome, essentially. Sometimes if you don't just know how to get it done by yourself, it could be that you maybe would need to write out a contract with someone that you're friends with, or even yourself, and you create something that's like a big punishment. For example, it could be if I don't wake up for the gym at 6:30 a.m. or if I'm not at the gym at 6:30 a.m., I owe you $5. And you may miss the first time, and if you take it seriously, and that's a punishment that you do take seriously, if you miss it the first time, it wouldn't affect you as much. But once you miss, I don't know, 4, 5, however many times, that $5 starts to add up, and it's going to make you change your habit. $5 could mean nothing to someone. That might not be enough of a punishment. Only you know what would be a punishment for you. So that's kind of if you wanted to learn the hard way. If you tried other practices and you're like, okay, I'm not getting the outcome that I want, you can take it to like another level. And I feel psychologically that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I thought that book was very, very helpful, and I try to visit it from time to time. So I will go ahead and link it below. I am pretty much done with my skincare routine. As you saw, so oil was pretty much the ending. I also might use a little bit of Beauty of Joseon serum. Why not? But I typically don't. As you can see, the bottle is still pretty full. But like I was saying, we all have great habits that we work on or we're proud of ourselves with. If you have any, I'd love to hear them. There's a lot of stuff that I said I would like to work it on, skincare routine being one. So if you guys have any tips, please let me know. But this is probably going to be one way that I get to teach myself how to be consistent about it, because I'll be logging it, which for me helped a lot. And it helped a lot through my weight loss journey because I would log my food. So sometimes I think also another tip would be to visually see your progress. I think that helps a lot with building your habits. I am off to bed. I feel really set and clean right now. I hope you guys have gotten some wonderful tips right now. I hope that these help you. Let me know if you like them and if they work for you. Good night. Thank you always for watching, and I will see you in the next one.